Good afternoon. Make sure everybody is getting on okay. Hello, Judy. How are you doing today? I'm going to glue a couple things while we're waiting. Abbotsford, BC. Very cool. Hello, Miss Tammy. How are you? Are you going to Carnival? It's, if anybody doesn't know, Creative Scrapbooker has moved their Carnival to, it used to be every fall, and they're doing it in the spring now. So that's going to be May 13th, I believe. It's that weekend before, the Friday and Saturday before the long weekend for Calgary. Hello, Tamara. Hello, Connie. Hi, Stacy. You're wondering what to do with the rest of your day. Well, crafting is always a good idea, is it not? I think so. Hello, Margaret Erica. How are you doing? Not sure yet if you're going. Well, hopefully we'll see you even just to pop in and say hi, do some make and takes. It has been, I have had a busy, busy day, and I'm doing some admin work for a company. So I've been trying to train this week, and boy, it's difficult to learn learn all kinds of new things like in a fast amount of time. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to glue this, and then we'll get into looking at our stuff here. You're prepping for Crop and Create, fun. And I'm doing very well. Thanks, Margaret Erica. Just been busy, and I feel like my brain has been on overload. I think too, like when you get used to, doing things, whether you're busy or not, but if you have your routine down and you can do them quickly, and you kind of have a process that you follow, and then when it's a whole brand new thing, boy, your brain sure has to work hard at remembering all those steps. So that's kind of the process I'm in. So I'm glad to have this little break to do some crafting. We'll do that together after because I need a break or a coffee or something. Okay. Let's see. And welcome to everyone who has popped in. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Mary Jane. So today what we're going to do is have a look at this bold thank you. So this is from Spellbinders. There's a happy birthday one as well in the shop. This is called the Be Bold Color Block Thank You. And there's also the happy birthday. So this is more of a mini slimline. And then the birthday is a longer one, so a slimline. It's really cute. That's because we've had spring weather and then snow. And then snow screws everyone up. Yeah, it has been very up and down. Like it was 17 plus 17 Celsius here yesterday. And today, this morning, it felt like -6. So, not horrible. Spring is on the way, but it's definitely, hello, Lisa. My youngest daughter, loves going to the park. Like she just lives at the park. and she was on her bike yesterday and at the park till 7 o'clock. And she takes her walkie-talkie, and we keep in touch every few minutes. But it was like, it was hard getting her home. She definitely was feeling spring and was not happy there was snow on the ground this morning. So this is that thank you card. I think there's lots of different options that you could do for this. This is a card that I made with a Spellbinders class, so that's their design. And I don't know if there's a sample one that they have on here with like looks more like a gray, light gray, gold, and black. So you could decide on your colors. This would even be cute, like if you were writing thank yous for a wedding or something that had a particular color theme that you could use those colors in. That would be cute. And you can see, like, you can put the U up here. This one here, it's down at the bottom. And you can still decorate with some gems and do whatever you want with your colors. So what I thought was kind of neat was that I went ahead and I grabbed some colored cardstock, and this one is the Spellbinders cardstock, which is absolutely beautiful. And I think it's been a little hard to get it in, but if Sandy gets it in again, it's so nice to cut. I just grabbed some cardstock from my stash, and then I cut the whole die out, so 10 times, so that I would get 10 different colors, and then I can mix and match them. So we're going to make a rainbow card, and then the inverted rainbow from the colors, but then I still have all these left over. So I can still make a whole bunch more cards. And I decided to store in these Ziploc bags. I just put each letter. So this is all the H's and all the H cutouts. So it would have been like the inside and then the H, just so I don't have to sort through. It's really not hard. Like, there's specific pieces that go with each one. So it's not hard to tell what goes with what. You could also, let me see here. I grabbed some lighter colors just so you could see. So you could just use the letters themselves, and instead of insetting or inlaying the die parts that go in between, you could just use the letters over top of a background. That would look cute as well. But this gives you kind of a whole different color scheme. So it's not rainbow, but it's more of like a light spring colors, which I think is nice. But I definitely do like the inlaid. So then for inlaying, you can kind of go a tone on tone, like each letter is here. Or I was thinking it would be cute. I didn't get to do this, but I'll post one at some point. But I was thinking this is that Flower Market Lawn Fawn paper pad, or you could use whatever paper pad you wanted. And wouldn't it look cute to kind of cut the paper out, whether it's stripes or the little flowers that kind of go with each color? And so have your inlaid pieces being the little floral or the stripes. So I thought that would be cute. Or you could just die cut the whole thing from like black or white, and then have your background all one color instead of the different tone on tone colors. So definitely lots of options. And I think don't throw away any of those pieces, because once you have them cut, you can throw them in here, and then you can sit down and make tons of thank you cards just by mixing and matching your pieces. So lots and lots of different ideas. And before we start on our card, oh, and then the U die. So you can see it's this script U, and there are 2 alphabet die sets in the shop. I believe, if they're not sold out. And one is the lowercase Be Bold, and it's that same style of alphabet. And then there was an uppercase. And if you're looking and it is sold out, I think Sandy's going to be placing an order for some Spellbinders. So be sure to just send her an email, sandy@scrapshotz.com. And in the subject line, you can put special order Spellbinders if there's any that you're looking for, or of their new release. Like, you can check their website and they have fabulous new release. And if there's ever anything you're looking for, you can email her and she'll special order that in. So that's like a lot of different companies. If we can get that for you, she is happy to special order those if that's something we can get from our distributor, because of course there's so many beautiful things that, we can't have them all in the shop. But if there's something you're looking for, then definitely ask us. And if we can special order it, we will. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Diana and Lorna and Julie. All right, and then we're going to be using the Color Essential Gems, and I'm really loving this. I've used so many of these. This one was the Aura, but there's a whole bunch of colors. This one is the Crystal Mix. So you've got this iridescent gem set, and there's small, medium, large. I love the teensy tiny ones. They're so, so cute. And then this one is more of like a diamond kind of look. So you can see how that looks. So those are cute, and we're going to use those. And this is a look at the March kit. So hello, Lorraine. We'll just have a quick look at this. And if you are a Kit Club member, you're going to be seeing this coming to you very soon. And of course, with shipping delays with all companies, it's just, we don't have any control over that. The company doesn't. And I think we just gotta understand delays are kind of the name of the game right now. So I know the February one was Pink Fresh, and I believe there's not a lot of that left. But that went out to all the members. So if you're a member, you're guaranteed to get your kit. And that did just recently come in because that was quite delayed. But this is the March kit. And if you are looking to become a Kit Club member, or you just want to see kind of what it's about, then, this will give you an idea. Or if you're a member, this is what you're going to be getting, which is really fun. So the kits are a beautiful collection, and it's new products that are just on the market, and then you get a whole supply, like a range in that collection. And it's a great way to try out new collections. They're all really beautiful, and Sandy does a really wonderful job of coordinating different elements. And then there are add-ons. So I don't have any of the add-ons here, but you can check under, so on the website, it'll say Kit Club. There's information there if you want to find out. Kits are a really good deal. And then you can see Kit Club add-ons. And if you're a member, then you can go in and you get discounts, and you can pick up other kind of coordinating elements that you might want for your kit if you want. So you also get 6 pieces of coordinating cardstock, and I don't have those here, but that will be in your kit. So this is the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. These are really good to have. It's called a combo sticker sheet. And then after a certain date, if you're not a Kit Club member and you just want to get the kit and not sign up for the 3 months, then you can get it, and it's costs a little bit more. Still a great deal, but honestly, I think the membership is just well worth it. So this is really cute. This is the Vintage Indigo Garden, and it's got those really beautiful soft colors, and then they've added in this indigo blue, which I love. like a navy blue as kind of as your base color or your neutral. I think that looks really nice. And then you've got the taupe and that light green, kind of sage green. So you've got all kinds of stickers here. Then you've got little stickers that are almost like label stickers. Then we've got the little tickets. I just need to have a drink, sorry. Hello, Rosie. I know it feels like forever. It hasn't been though. You've had a lot of fun doing some traveling, I think. So I'm glad that you could pop in today. So here is a look at all the papers that you're going to get. There's 12 papers, I believe, here. So this one is beautiful, that dark navy. It almost looks like a black right there. Yeah, that's more of kind of a blue black. So this is even nice for just your background. You're going to put your photo or your photos on, some stickers, and that could be a really easy background. Rosie, we're just looking at the March Kit Club. Then this is beautiful. So lots of times as an add-on, you could order extra paper if you felt like you wanted the extra papers. I really like this with the butterflies, then the text, and it's got the pink and the green, nice backgrounds. Okay, and then let's see here. I'm going to set this over here so we know we've looked at it. This is really pretty, called Hello Gorgeous. And again, that's really nice with the pinks. This is great for layering. You've kind of got that mixed media almost look in the background, and then you can layer on your stuff. And then you have this really pretty yellow. So if you're a card maker, I think these are also really great for cards. You can cut them up, or maybe you're both, right? So you want to do some scrapbook pages, you want to add in some cards, or make yourself some inserts for your traveler's notebooks. You can cut this paper to do whatever you want with. This is really pretty. This is Pretty Little Things. Got the little bird and the butterflies. This could be great for spring and summer photos. That's really pretty. And I think this kind of works really nice for layering, if you're, or strips, if you're adding a strip on, or if you had this on as kind of a background and then something over top, it works really nice. And this one, let's see. Okay, this is, yeah, we looked at those. Then here, this one's called Beautiful Heart. It is so pretty. Wedding, I think this would look really nice for wedding. Any kind of feminine type page, or girls' day, or pictures of like your daughters or sisters. That would be really nice, or a Mother's Day type thing. Or you could make beautiful Mother's Day cards from this, I think. So this one is Beautiful Heart. And then I really love this pink gingham. So that is very pretty. This one here is called So Lovely. This could even be more of a masculine page, I think, because you've got the black stripes on it. You can put your photos whichever way you wanted. So if you had your photos and you didn't want to focus on so much of the floral, then you could kind of have them like that, add some extra paper on there. And that would be a really nice, if you had some pictures that included a man, that would be nice. You could even do some garden photos. That would be pretty. This isn't even overly feminine because you've got the green and the yellow. This one here is called Delightful. That's so pretty. And I would totally just put a photo in the center, like a really nice photo that I don't usually put one photo on a page, but I think if I had a really, nice photo that I wanted to showcase, that would make a beautiful page. And then stick up some elements. We'll look at these foam stickers, but these always, I think, make great titles. So that would be cute. Then you've got your black layering, but it has a design in it. So if you decided you wanted to use this side, you could totally do that. This is a really great piece, little details. And it's almost like you have it collaged together. That's so pretty. And the text in there, I think this cut up would make really great layers on your pages. Hello, Sandy. Then you've got the green, that sage green with the polka dots. That's beautiful. So I think you could definitely work with this if you wanted, you don't have to do all feminine pages. You could totally use several of these papers for a more masculine or neutral feel. This one is Simply Sweet. That's so pretty. And then you have the yellow gingham, which is really, really nice. I love gingham as a print. This one here is called Journal Elements. So I really like that you get the cut apart sheets. So you can either use them all as cut aparts, and then they're little pieces that you can add your journaling to, can add onto your cards and pages, or you can use part of them and then use part of the back. That paper is really gorgeous. I love those library cards. I've seen that on quite a lot of collections lately. I think they're so nice. Then this one is the 4x4 elements. So you have 4x4 cards. You can use them in your pocket pages, but you don't have to. You can cut them up and use them as an element. You can cut around them, cut the words out. Like, I think really thinking outside the box for when you get your papers. What do you like? Like if you love this piece, but you feel like you wouldn't add a square, then cut that out, because there's lots of ways that you can use it. Or you can just use the back. That's really pretty with that navy, that indigo blue there. It matches so nicely with the pink too. Then we have, oh, Margaret Erica, did you get some goodies from your prize win? This one is the 3x4 elements. And these are 3x4 cards. You can just use them as cards. You can put them on your page. Lots of times I'll do like 1 or 2 photos, and I like printing my photos out into 3x4s, and then sometimes using one of those journaling cards if I'm doing a line of photos. So that's really pretty. And then you have this really nice, just basic pink and white floral print, which is very pretty. It's nice to combine something like that print with the floral. So you have the 2 different sizes. Those always look nice together on a page. Then we have the 4x6 elements. So that's your 4x6 size cards. And those can easily go on a page, in a pocket page. These are great for card fronts as well if you want to cut them up and use them for a really quick and easy card. Perfect for that. So that's your 12 pieces of paper. So that's going to be in your kit. Your 12x12 sticker sheet. Then we have, my throat is dry today. Too much talking, I think. Your cardstock, which you're going to get. Then you're also going to get the chipboard stickers. So these are chipboard, and they have a little bit of dimension. They're pretty thin, so they're not overly bulky. And you've got all those coordinating colors and images that are going to go with your pages. Thanks, Rosie, for linking that. You have the foam stickers. These are my favorite because they have the dimension the full way. They're full foam, and they're great for titles. I love the titles, and I love adding different layers to my project. So, you know, if you have your bits and pieces, which is flat ephemera, and then you have a chipboard sticker that's a little bit more dimension, you've got this, it's just different layers, and it kind of adds that interest. So you've got lots of butterflies. Hearts are great to add as you would like little sequins or something, kind of that kind of placement. These can be titles. And then you've got two sides, so two sticker sheets included in this favorite. These are very pretty. Then you have the bits and pieces ephemera, and that's a look at all the ephemera. Let me just hold that up so you can see it. Oh, I'm so glad, Margaret Erica. So that's a look at everything that's in there. Lots of really cute pieces that you can layer and tuck and add on your cards and your pages. There's a lot in there, 56 pieces. And then lastly, we have the decorative brads, which are self-adhesive, so you don't have that weird kind of prong thing going through that we used to have to deal with. Now they're the cute little brads, but they're going to stick right on. And you've got some that are just colored, some with a really awesome picture, different sizes, and then they've added the chipboard details. So you've got these chipboard stickers as well. So lots of fun. That's the March kit. And again, if you want more information on the Kit Club, just check on the website under Kit Club information. You can go to the current Kit Club, and that'll show you everything that's in now. And here is our thank you card that we're going to put together. So I have two of them that I die cut, but again, like I die cut 10 of these, each in a different color, and I have lots for mixing and matching. So that's going to give me lots of thank you cards, and I actually have a bunch of teacher cards I need to do, and I thought that would be so great for, you know, I can easily, I've got them all die cut, and I can just sit down and start putting them together. So I cut this mini slimline. I just cut it to 7 inches wide by 6 1/4 long. And then you're going to score the 7-inch wide at 3.5. So essentially you have a 3.5 by 6 1/4 mini slimline card. Then I have, just going to shake these off so we don't get them all confused. This is just a piece of cardstock that we're going to use to glue on our die cut letters. And that is 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. So it's going to go the whole way across, but you're going to have a little bit of, just a little bit of a border at the top and the bottom. So 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. And we have all our pieces die cut. So we're just going to start gluing those on. We might do a few with that Lawn Fawn paper that I was showing you. Oh, perfect. Rosie has linked probably the Spellbinders Be Bold thank you card, I'm thinking. So then we have our pieces, and this is super easy peasy. And the birthday card would be similar. So you could definitely coordinate it with some foam tape if you want, but I'm just like, just gonna make sure my glue is flowing. I had the cover off for the I had it open a little bit earlier. So how's everybody's week going? Okay, I'm having an issue with my pen, but we're of course live. I need I think I need a new bottle of glue. What's everybody been up to this week? Okay, so we're just gonna stick on. You could also cut this out of adhesive backed cardstock. So you could stick some adhesive sheets to your cardstock and stick them on like that, however you like, or whatever adhesive you like. You have a good week. Now you're getting ready to have your grandkids for the weekend. That's so nice. So we are just putting these on in a puzzle-like way. Okay. So I'm going to do each letter itself and then move on. Again, whatever colors you want. I have to make some thank you cards for my daughter's coaches for school. And I was thinking it would be cool to use like the school colors. And this is just, they're in like that color block design. So really easy, fits really easy. You have your 4-year-old grandson today. Oh, that's nice. And Margaret Erica, does he craft with you? What do you guys do when you hang out? This is really super easy. So when I cut the pieces, and I'll show you what it looks like when you cut them. Then I kind of just slid them off, and I had a whole area on my table, and I had each thank you in each color on the table. And after I'd gotten the colors out from what I wanted, then I just put each letter in the bags that I showed you. So we've got like a cream color here. I kind of went and picked out a rainbow colors, but a lighter and darker value for each color. And as I was picking them out, I kind of just made sure that they looked good together. And you can just hold the cardstock beside each other and you're going to see if those colors look nice together, or if something clashes, then you can just change to a different shade maybe of that color. And Natalie, you're prepping for Crop and Create. Fun. Rosie's getting caught up in crafty projects. Nice. You're doing stickers. Stickers are always fun. My youngest daughter, she would be happy if she just had like a box of recycling and she could make something with it. Sometimes she drives me crazy, like anything, any kind of leftover box, especially tissue boxes or something. She's like, save this, do not throw it out. So I will admit some things get saved and some things don't, because I can only handle so much. But if I want to keep her busy, I just grab stuff out of the recycling. And sometimes she'll color some stuff, like if I've stamped it, but she kind of likes to do her own thing. She likes to make up her own plan. So she's really excited that she knows how to use the glue gun now, or that she's allowed to use the glue gun. I figure, you know, she hasn't burned herself yet, and it's not super hot, so she's not going to kill herself using it. So I think it's fairly safe, and she's quite responsible too. So she is careful, and that's always an exciting thing for her, gluing things together. So we've got thank. We'll glue this on. And then I will show you how you can go, and if you didn't want to cut out a whole piece of cardstock and you knew you only wanted one letter in one particular color, we'll kind of look at that. But this is something you could just have all your pieces cut out, and I think having that rainbow order of pieces is super easy, but you could also just grab the colors that you want to use and put them together. So just watch a show, sit down, make up a bunch of thank you cards. I find I always need thank you cards. So isn't that pretty? Like it looks so nice with all those pieces in there. Even if you pieced all those outside pieces with white or black, I think it would look really great. So then you could put some foam tape on if you wanted it to stand up, or you could just glue it flat. And then you can dress it up however you want. So this is just a tiny bit longer than my card because I don't know, I'm measurement challenged or something, but it's fine. I could go ahead and trim that after. Then we have our little thank you. So what I did was every time I ran this panel through, I also ran the YOU, and it's the die is together, but it cuts the letters out separately. So every time I ran it through, I just grabbed whatever was there. So I did a bunch of white cardstock, I did some gold, some silver, some black, and I decided that I would have 4 layers. So I'm just going to show you how I stacked these up. And if you're using liquid glue, it's quite easy. Or if you have the foam, like die cutting foam adhesive, you could do that as well. But as long as you're just kind of moving them around, you have a minute to do that. And then I decided to go with the black on top. But you could, just to give you an idea, you could decide, so you're going to stack whatever color you're doing next, and then the top color, you're just offsetting a little bit. So that's how it would look with the gold, which I thought was nice too, but I just thought the black was kind of very striking, especially with the gold underneath. So the gold we're going to put right on top. So that gives us 3 layers. You could just do 1 layer. You don't have to stack them up. But it does give you just kind of a nice little dimension, especially because you've got, you know, just the die cut element, the thank you on the background. Okay, so that's our piece, and then we are going to slightly offset the black. Thanks, Lorraine. And I did it this way for my, whichever way you do one letter, then just make sure you do that shadowing the same way. And it does not have to be perfect. Okay. And once I get glue stuck on my finger, then it's going to be stuck to everything. So we've got the YOU, so we can go ahead and stick that on. So in that other picture, they kind of did the U there. I like them both. I think we'll just do it down at the bottom. So glue this on. This is something fun and easy your kids could do as well if you had little ones or your grandkids. You could have the pieces cut out. Kind of a nice fine motor skill activity as well. All right, and then we have the gems. So here I use the Aura, kind of a yellowy one, but I'm going to use the Crystal Mix for this. And what I find easiest, and there are so many colors, I think I need to get some more colors because they're so beautiful. So I find it easiest to actually use a craft knife and just pick up the very edge of that gem and lay it down rather than trying to get it off with my finger. And I do really love the different sizes. So you could do rainbow colors if you had all kinds, but I've used this a ton and I still have lots left. But it looks really nice when you can use the different sizes, I think. And these little itty bitty ones are so cute. All right, so that gives you a look at that card. And then I want to show you how easily it cuts. That's so pretty, hey? And that's, you know, the colors are changed up a little bit from that one, but it's still kind of that tone on tone rainbow look. This was using all the opposite pieces, and I don't have them glued down yet, but that gives you an idea. So you could do dark and light and then switch it up. And then here would be a look at the silver underneath instead of the gold. So that would be cute too. And then I just wanted to show you here. So if we went back to this idea and we knew that we didn't want to cut out a whole panel for each color, but say if I wanted to use the blue, maybe that, so maybe a striped blue. Oh, the purple is pretty too. We could do purple. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'll figure out which way I put it back in the bag. And I used that Spellbinders yellow tape. I'll show you it. It's the Spellbinders craft tape. I need to put this in like an envelope because it kind of drives me crazy in these plastic bags. Okay, I used the Spellbinders yellow tape and I just got this a week or so ago, so I haven't used it a whole lot, but I used the same little piece for running through the die cut machine like 10 times and it still is sticky, but yet the paper came off it nicely. So I am quite impressed with the yellow tape. So if I wanted to just do the T, then I would probably just take my trimmer. I could just even measure it up. So I know I want it at about 1.5 inches. So I just want a piece, and if you wanted to use certain cardstocks, you could do the same thing. Okay, then I'm going to put that on there. And I could, so that I, could just keep running things through it. Like I could do the A and the K at the same time if I wanted to do that, but I'm just going to show you my thought process. And I think the U would look really great in patterned paper as well, or you could even use metallic paper. You could use, this would be really fun, I think, to do with jelly print backgrounds that you've done. So if you have some papers that have some really great designs, this would work great for cutting them out. So now I have the T and I've got the little extra pieces, so I'll be able to save that T for another one, and then I'll be able to glue this in here. So I think I'm not going to do it right now, but that's kind of my idea, is that I'll go through and die cut out the pieces from this Flower Market paper pad. So that's the new Lawn Fawn one, and make a card with that, and it kind of just has a really nice spring look with those spring colors and the flowers. So, and then I will take a picture of it and I will post it online. So that is that. Have a look at the March kit if you're interested in signing up for Kit Club, or if you are signed up, that's the goodies that you're going to get really soon. So that's very exciting. I think Sandy's even got April, maybe came in earlier, and it's awesome. Thanks, Lorraine. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you're doing that crop and create, have fun with that. And be sure. Oh, so we are setting up, or we have a newsletter set up, which we just sent out, and it's got some fun details, and we're gonna have that be a little bit more routine, just to let everybody know what's going on. So if you're not signed up for the newsletter, and we did just send it out on Monday, so if you didn't get anything, you're probably not signed up. So if you want to go to the blog, you can go to the blog, and there's a newsletter sign up on the top right, or on the Scrap Shotz website on the bottom, there's a link to sign up for newsletter. So make sure you're signed up, because we're going to make sure to keep you up to date on everything that's going on. We have April 2nd, we have our crop, sorry, we don't have a crop. April 2nd, we have a pop-up shop, which is going to be super fun. And if you're in Calgary, that's in Scenic Acres, in the Scenic Acres Community Center. We've got the information on our Instagram, on Facebook. There's an event, so you can set your reminder. And that's going to be April 2nd from 10 till, I believe it's 2. That's really fun. Oh, awesome. Can't wait to see you, Natalie. And we're going to have samples there, of course. We're going to have lots of fun products for you to go shopping in person. Come just say hi if you want to say hi. And then in May, we are going to be at the Creative Scrapbooker Carnival. So that's really fun. So we'll have our shop set up. We're going to do make and takes, which are always fun. We have demos at the booth. People go and crop there, and if you're interested, you can check the Creative Scrapbooker website. I know. And someday, Margaret Erica, maybe you can hop on a plane and pop in. It would be so nice to see you. I'm trying to think what else is going on. It seems like everything kind of, gets ramped up in the spring. Oh, Scrapbook and Cards today, they have their new magazine. I'm just going to grab it for you. I think I have it right here. And if you don't have a copy, it's so like beautiful, beautiful layouts. But if you don't have a paper copy and you place an order of $20 or more, you can just note in your comment of your order you would like one included, and that will be included for free. And oh, a motorhome holiday in the summer, that would be awesome. Yes, and you can stop and visit us all here in Calgary, Margaret Erica. We can do some shopping. So, yeah, that is pretty much it for today. Hope you guys have a great week. Have a good weekend. Have fun crafting if you're doing some crafting, or if you're going to be outside, enjoy the weather. I don't know if the weather is going to be super great here, but I'll be crafting anyways. So, have a great week. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you so much, Rosie, for all your links and help. And thanks, Scrap Shotz, for being so awesome. And I'll see you guys, see you later. Thank you. Bye.